Bossman told me to rate all the iron sights on a tier list with a couple pay to win skins on here. So I haven't even used a lot of these skins. Like these are just like the default iron sight skins. I always use like some of the legendary ones. But a lot of these, I don't even remember. I guess we just start with like the best. I'll start with like some of the good ones and then work my way down. What even is the best? What even is the best iron sight? The Volt is definitely an S tier. Even like every single Volt skin is good. The little circle thing doesn't really matter that much. It's kind of just like random cool visual clutter. But there's not really like a lot of like circles on it or like stuff in the way. It's just like a little stand here and then a little dot. Like if this stand wasn't here, this would be the best iron sight in the game, like period, like of any gun. But it has like it puts the reticle upwards because of this little stand here. And it's super cool. The Nemi though, I think the Nemi's also good. Is the Nemi better than the Volt? The Nemesis iron sight's so clean. It has the same thing as the Volt going on where it has like a little stand. And then the little energy things that stop it from, or like, kind of helps you put them in the center. I think those are definitely both good. Rampage. Dude, I literally never use the Rampage, but I would have to say the iron sight's pretty good. It has the same thing as the Nemi and the Volt going on, where it has like the little stand popping up that makes it easy to hit them. I see that one's good. Ooh, the Havoc's definitely also good. I think all the energy guns just have really good iron sights. I wouldn't say it's better than the, oh man, I think I might say it's better than the Nemi. Oh, the alternator. I feel like the alternator iron sight's really good, mainly because the gun just has like no recoil and it's pretty like flat. Like, I don't know if it's actually the iron sight or if it's just the gun having no recoil when it's close range. But also it's just like a dot. It's just like a flat nothing and then a dot. Iron sight Scout's a piece of garbage. Yeah, that's true. I'll put Scout in D tier for now, just because I think there might be some that are worse. Like if I look through here. The Scout's pretty bad. Now, is it? Nah, dude, the EVA 8 is definitely the worst. Dude, the EVA 8, like if you ADS the EVA, like you're just cooked. It is absolute hot garbage, dude. I would rather punch someone than try to ADS them with an EVA. You would just blow up. The Mozam ADS isn't great, but I'd say it's better than the EVA by quite a, like, it's pretty bad. I feel like the problem with the Mozams, I feel like it kind of, like it's hard to see them when I'm shooting them. I feel like it kicks up a little bit. What else we got? Hemlock. I put Hemlock irons. I actually like the Hemlock irons. I don't think the Hemlock ADS is bad at all. Are you telling me it's near as bad as the Mozam or the Scout? That's just crazy. That's just insane. Fire default irons. I'd say it's better than the Mozam. Charge rifle. I mean, the charge rifle irons actually are pretty good. The problem is the gun is just so unbelievably bad. That's the problem. The gun is just horrible. In terms of actually being able to see the person I'm shooting at, I'd say it's probably better than the Nemi. What else we got? RE45. I'd put the RE above the Rampage, maybe. No, dude. Oh, but there's just so many good iron sights, man. The RE is really bad. The thing is, like, you don't actually need to ADS the RE45 very often, but the iron sight is pretty clean. There's not really much in the way. I'd say it's better than the Nemi in terms of iron sight. I'd say it's better. R9. Oh, man, that one's a C tier. I actually don't mind the irons. They're not great, but there's no way they're near as bad as a Spitfire or a Scout. The pay-to-win R9 is definitely... But honestly, I don't even think the pay-to-win R9 skin, like, iron sight's that good. I'd say it's still worse than the Hemlock. The thing about the Hemlock, though, when you're ADSing it, they're usually at a distance where they're not going to move, like, left or right, the irons. Like, they're not really going to get blocked. Wingman. The actual iron sight of the Wingman is good, right? In theory. The problem is that when you shoot it, it kicks up and you can't see them anymore. That's the problem the Wingman has. Is you shoot somebody, if they're like a good distance, you can't see them anymore. So the iron sight itself is good. This is tough to rank because the iron sight itself is good, but as soon as you start shooting, it becomes terrible. So does that count? How do I rank the Mozam or the Wingman? Because I would put the Wingman like up, probably right here. But when you're actually shooting it, it's just awful. Yeah, just don't shoot. Yeah, as long as you just don't shoot, the Wingman iron sight is really good. I'd say it's F. I'd have to, because I rated these based on recoil also. Pay to win Wingman, I'd say probably above the Spitfire maybe. The sight is good, F tier. I just, like, the sight is good. It's just when you, I'm putting it F, I don't care. I'm breaking the rules, I don't care. Guns are meant to be shot. Pay to win, I'd put in C tier. Let's see. Mastiff, I'd put it here. Although this has the same problem of the Wingman. So I think if I'm gonna rate it like consistently with the Wingman, I have to put it like down here. Because it has the same problem. When you shoot the Mastiff, you can't see them anymore. But it's not as bad as the Wingman because the fire rate's lower. You know, I'm gonna put it in top D tier. Default flatline, really bad. It's not that bad if you know the recoil pattern, but I think just raw iron sight, it's just like really bad. I'd put it D tier maybe. I also haven't even really used it in a while. So it's hard for me to like even guess some of these, like when there's pay to win skins, like, or like do some of these, because I haven't used default flatline so long. R3, I think I'd put it above the hemlock maybe. I think I'd put it above the hemlock. I don't think I've ever had a problem seeing somebody with an R3 iron sight. What's your R301 opinion? Default iron sight. Low A. Yeah, I feel like maybe you're right. I think putting it in the same tier as the hemlock's criminal. All right, devotion, pretty bad. I'd put it like here. I don't think the irons are bad. I just think it has so, well, the thing is this gun has so much recoil and the irons are so low on the gun. Because you have to really be pulling this thing down to even see the person you're shooting at. Prowler, I think is also really bad. I think it's probably, the Prowler is, man, it's really bad. I'd probably say it's worse than the R9. It's just the same problem where it's like so low. You know, it's like so low on the gun that when there's recoil, it's hard to see. Any gun with an iron sight like really low to the bottom is usually really bad if there's a lot of recoil. Peacekeeper pay to win. Peacekeeper iron sights are incredibly bad. I'd say even like down here. I'd say maybe even worse than the Spitfire. I think the only reason people would rank it higher is because you don't really need, usually when you're ADS some of the PK, they're pretty close to you. But if they're more than like 10 meters away or like 20 meters away, like actually seeing them is really difficult. I don't think the PK is even, I think it's only this PK skin. I don't see another PK anywhere. But yeah, I just, any PK skin I'd put in D tier. Longbow, I think is actually pretty good. It has the same thing with the Volt and the Nemesis going on where it has like a little pole. Like a little pole thingy and then a dot. What do you guys think about the Longbow iron sight? Yeah, the normal PK is not on here, but I think they're all about the same anyways. Bad? I don't feel like I have any problem seeing people with the iron sight longbow. Longbow's A, solid B, low B, F tier. I think it's good. I think Twitch chat's bugging. I think YouTube chat's cooking. I think it's good. All right. L-Star, just horrendously bad. L-Star is horrendously bad. The only way you can see people is from them taking damage. Man, I think maybe I'd put it above that actually. Now that I think about it, I think I'd put it above the Devo. What else are we getting? These are hard to rank. Sentinel, I'd say the Sentinel is really good. I'd put it like here maybe. S tier? I don't know, honestly maybe. I think that's more, I think putting it in S tier though is more about the gun itself. Like the fire rate is so low. The fire rate is so low that there's no recoil. You're not managing recoil. I'll put it S tier though. I think it is good. T-take I think is insane. I think I'd put T-take like there's literally no like irons. Like it's just like dots. It's just a red dot. I think I'd maybe put it up here. I mean, it's literally a red dot. It's not even an iron sight. P20, same problem as the Prowler, I feel like, where the dots are so low. I think I'd maybe put it here. I'd maybe put it just smack in the middle. Car, I really don't like the car irons. You know, I'm gonna move the wingman up, I think. I'll move it up C tier, and I'm gonna put the car, it's bad, but it's like, is it flatline bad? I think it's bad. I don't think it's like as bad as these though. All right, last one, repeater. The thing is, if you're gonna put it in F tier, you have to think like, is it really worse than the Eva and the default wingman and the Scout and like the Mosin? Like, I don't think so. I think it's definitely better than the SMGs. It's bad, but it's not better than it's not worse than the SMGs. It's not worse than like an R9 iron sight or a wingman. It kind of sucks because it has all this, but generally like repeater range, it doesn't really matter. All right, well that's my list. That's my iron sight tier list.